Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your October 2020 reading. Welcome to my channel. And this is for those of you that are born January 20th through February the 19th. And if you don't know that much about astrology or you want to find out more, you can look at astro.com, astro.com, and type in your date of birth, your time of birth, and your place of birth exact. And you can get a chart that is your natal chart from the day you were born, how all the stars were aligned, all the planets were aligned, excuse me, and a lot of useful information. So you can also check your moon and your rising signs and see what resonates with you in this reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest, because not everything's going to work for you, because obviously it's not going to be it's not going to make sense to everybody, or it's not going to be pertinent. All the readings not going to be pertinent to everybody. Alrighty, so if you enjoy this video, you can like and subscribe. You can leave a comment down below. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me at the email in the description, and I will get back with you. And I'll try this spread. I hope I have enough room for this, but we will see. I hope y'all are doing well. Fall is definitely in the air where I live. Chilly right now, but I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you're here with me. It's nice to know you're not alone in the world, isn't it? Nice to know. So, let's see what we have here. We have the Lovers and we have the Chariot crossing it. So, this is showing me in a relationship, you have movement. You could be going to the next level of a relationship. This is definitely about a relationship. And it's somebody you like. So you're still with them. If you're married, maybe you're doing something different in the marriage. Maybe you're buying a house together, or you're having a baby. I don't yet see that card yet. Let's see. Queen of Wands. Four of Wands. Okay. Get these cards out and then we'll see what I have, okay? I have to back it up a little bit to get this whole spread on here. Let's see. I have to condense it just a little bit, guys. Sorry about that. Let's get you all over. There we go. Now we can get you all in. There we go. I'm going to layer these this way so we can see. Okay, I haven't tried this layout on this table before, so thank you for bearing with me. Okay, so I'm seeing again the Lovers, so a partnership. It could be your significant other is what I'm assuming. And the Chariot, so you have movement. You have two major arcana. So this is a force to be reckoned with. This is happening here and now. It's a major life event. So it could be a wedding. It could be, you may be preparing to get married. She may be proposing. But it's going to be fast. You got the Chariot. It's going to be sweeping you off your feet. The Chariot is also a card of Cancer. So this could be a Cancer person we're dealing with. Again, man, woman, or child. Man, woman, or child. Man or woman. Hopefully not a child. No, not a child. But no, not if you're getting married, definitely. And got one more card. All right, so what we have going on is, again, the Lovers card. So you're dealing with a partner, usually a love partner. And what's crossing that is the Chariot. So you have a very fast moving situation coming up. And I don't, it could be a wedding. It could be moving in together. It is, you also have the Four of Wands cards coming up in the future. So that's a wedding card to me. It's a card of stability. Very good feeling about this person that you're involved with. The past is kind of where you had a decision to make, a way to go, but you chose not to take that route. It could have been a different marriage. And you had that opportunity to take that road, and you chose not to. There was not a follow through with plans that were made. You also, in the distant, this is just, you're coming out of this energy, and it's a very fast moving energy. Between this and the Chariot, it's almost like there's a hurry, there's a need. It's like you've got to do this really, really fast. This has got to go through. So maybe, maybe you feel like you have to get married, but it's not. I mean, there is love there. It's not that there isn't. But it's a very fast, it could be somebody you just met and had this soulmate connection with, and you all just decided to, well, we've known each other 2 weeks and let's just get married. I mean, it could be something like that. It's a definite fast mover, fast. Chariot's also a card of travel. So it could be that you have to get married in order to travel with this person, or this person has to travel. So you have to get married before they leave the country or before they leave to travel. You have the Queen of Wands in the crowning energy. And that is showing, that's a fire sign. The Wands is a fire sign. So you have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And she's a queen. So she is sitting in her throne, in her power. She's very passionate. She's very, she creates, and she's very inspirational. So this is telling me that you are very much suited with this person. I think you all complement each other greatly. I think you all hold each other to the same standards, to the same esteem. You all respect each other. I think there's a mutual give and take, but there's also a mutual respect. It's like a very balanced relationship. Really good to see in the cards, honestly. You have, you might have, because of this relationship, there might be some type of conflict or some type of upheaval going on. It could be family-wise. Maybe somebody doesn't like this person, or there's issues around this relationship, or maybe there's issues if you are going to get married or get engaged. If you're moving too fast, there's issues, but you're not going to let that worry you. You are going to be you. There's your Six of Pentacles. There's your give and take card. So there is a balance. Other people might not think that there's a balance of give and take. They might see it one-sided, but you know the relationship, and you know what this person is really all about. So you're not worried about it at all. Your hopes and fears is the King of Cups. You hope, and they hope, I think, but I think you really hope that they are who they say they are. Because this person is a very caring, loving, emotional, fair person. They have a very good heart, and they have a lot of emotional growth. So you just don't want that to ever change. It's like you just want to freeze this moment right now as it is and hold it forever. You don't want it ever to change. And you have the Knight of Cups. And you won't have to. You won't have to worry about it, because not only will he be your king, but he's also going to remember why you all are together. He's or she, you all will really complement each other as to the fact that you won't take any day for granted, that you will keep reminding each other why you're together, why you love each other. That young honeymoon phase of love, that's going to continue. You're going to have that. You don't have to worry about it going away. You don't have to worry about him not being caring and, fiery, passion and having, you have all that. You don't have to worry about that going away. The emotion's always going to be there. There's always that emotional connection. And it's like he's very intuitive, or she's very intuitive. It's like you all can read each other's minds without, like when they're going to call, or what they're thinking, or you finish each other's sentences. It's a very complementary relationship. That's a very good one. So again, if that's you and you're going through this and you're deciding if you're going to get married or live together or take the next step, definitely the cards are in your favor. And I think it's sooner rather than later. You've got the Chariot again. And especially if this person travels, or if you travel, or you have to travel and you want to make this legal before you leave, that's kind of the let's do this feeling I get. So if you have any questions, you can leave your comments below and I will get back with you on those. And you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So that just shows me that I think even on your worst days, or even on their worst days where they have a sharp tongue, or they're not as nice to you, or you're not as nice to them as you like, there's still love there, and you still understand each other. You understand, you give each other space. You don't smother. You don't, you don't have to know everything about them 24/7. You all have really good open communication. Very good communication. You don't have to worry about that at all. You talk and talk. It's like, I almost feel like that's kind of how you met. It's like you talk for hours and hours and hours and hours, and you still do. And it could be, 3 or 4 years later, and you still do. So, all right, we are going to pull a chakra card for you, my Aquariuses. And something too, you're very independent and you're very assertive, and it's hard for you to let somebody else in, and this person is just, it's easy. It's just easy. I just think once you met, you knew. You just knew, and you never looked back. It's really a beautiful relationship. And again, you complement each other. All right. We have Inner Child. So this card is telling me that you might, you need to get in touch with your inner child, to go to that place where, I don't know, somebody had once said if anyone has ever had a childhood, they need a therapist. So this card is just showing me that even in a great upbringing, there's still need for you to revisit that child, that inner child, and it could be conflict in the family. That's where you need to go. You can go and have a chair out and talk to that person, talk to that younger self, and tell them that everything's okay, everything's going to be okay. Tell your younger self all about your life now, where you're at, what's going on, whatever bad or conflicted thing that happened as a child. Tell them it's going to be okay. Heal and do some inside shadow work on yourself, and I think that's going to make your relationship stronger. There could be things that you never told your partner that you might need to share, or you all could share, and make your relationship even stronger. And that partner might be going through the same thing or had something similar happen, so you'll have an extra layer to bond with. We're going to pull a Halloween Oracle from Stacy DeMarco, since it is October. And you got Barmbrack. I think that's how you say it. And you have Sweetness and Synergy. Put that right here. And that to me is, I would almost say, without looking in the book, it is about balance. It is about tradition. Let's just see. It says, a pea, a cloth, a coin, a ring, and a stick. Within a loaf of speckled sweetness, slice it and eat it. A glimpse of my fate's completeness. So it's not quite a cake and not quite a bread. Barmbrack is a sweet loaf larger than a typical bread loaf, baked with flour, sugar, salt, and dried fruit such as raisins. It's an Irish tradition, and it stands around Samhain, which is Halloween. The person baking the loaf would be sure to set an intention for love, truth, and synergy whilst preparing. Inside the dough, a number of special objects are hidden and baked into the loaf. So it's kind of like a random oracle. When you cut it and whatever you get out of it, that's what you read. So should your slice of brack contain a coin, this would indicate prosperity and good luck, and the pea unfortunately meant that no marriage would occur. Things like that. So when you pull the Barmbrack card, it indicates a curiosity to know what is ahead, but it is important to balance that with the now. After all, we have the tools to change our future should we choose. The sweet synergy of Barmbrack, all the ingredients, including the objects, are more complete and powerful together than they are individually. Should encourage you to seek your own sweet spot. And again, I think that really ties in well with the reading, because it's not caring, not that you don't care what other people think, but you really have to march to your own drum, and you really have to be you. You have to do you, be yourself. And it's like this reading. Obviously you're here because you have a curiosity to know what's ahead. But this doesn't mean this reading is not written in stone. You are in the driver's seat. You are holding the reins to your chariot. You have the movement. You're in control. You just need to believe it. And this is just a glimpse right now into the right now. You have the power to change anything you don't like about the situation. And that plays in really, really nice with it. And you have the balance too. And know to be present. Be present. Be here now. All right. So that's a pretty Halloween card too. So then we are going to do a word. These are called the grace cards, and it'll be you can use it as a meditative word. You can use it for this reading. It's just it's a card just to contemplate or think about through the month. Yeah, I almost had it. It almost came out. All right. All right. There we go. Trust. That pretty? She looks like a very watery. She looks like she's holding a shell. Kind of looks like Claire from Outlander if you watch that. The more we follow our intuition, the more we'll find that the right doors open to assist us in fulfilling our life's purpose. That is very true. Never, ever, ever not trust yourself. That's where you got to go first. And I think with this reading, I think that's a lot of it. I think you have trusted yourself. I think maybe this relationship is something you've not done before. Maybe you dated online. Maybe it was a blind date. It's some way you normally wouldn't have done it, and you did it. And it was just something told you to, and you all have never, ever looked back. So this is a note from the future you to you now, Aquarius. This is from the future Aquarius to the now Aquarius. It's just a little note to, whoops, I guess that's it. I can pick it up. Yep, and that's one card. Nope, it's two cards. All right, trust your intuition. You can't get any. So there's something about your intuition. Trusting yourself. Could be where the Queen of Wands is coming in. Trust your intuition. It's time to stop seeking advice from others and go inside. And go inside instead. You know what's best for your body, mind, and spirit. Sit in meditation, walk in the woods, ask yourself what you need, and listen. Tune into your inner guidance. When you get a gut reaction, honor it, and you have the answer, and it's safe to trust yourself. Everything you need is already inside you. Kind of like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, right? Everything you need. And then this is reconsider your commitments. This fell out with it also. Have you piled on so much on your plate that there's little room for you? Identify what truly matters and graciously decline the rest. There's a universe of meaningful opportunities on the other side of no. In fact, every no makes space for the perfect yes. Your freedom is closer than you think. And you just have to think, there's nice ways to say no. You just don't need to fill your plate. If that's how you're doing it, if that's what you're doing, if that's part of, you don't need to get so bogged down with commitments that you really don't want to do. You want to pick and choose the ones you want to do. So, all right, Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Again, like, share, and subscribe on the bottom and in the description. And I will see you next month. Stay tuned to the channel because I usually do cards a day. And if you like a reading, just email me with the email below in the description, and I will get back with you. Have a wonderful, wonderful, safe, and healthy October. Thanks for watching.